I used to cry to God because I was so frustrated, you know? I'm like, Father, I don't want to leave this earth without exhausting all my potential.
Hi, I'm Carlos Reyes. I was born in Mexico and I was brought to this country illegally twice by my single mother. After a few decades of poverty and trying to survive on a 9-to-5, I discovered real estate wholesaling and made my first million in just 2 short years. Since starting, I flipped over 1,000 houses, became a top keynote speaker, and expanded my network with other 7, 8, and 9-figure earners. I went from zero to hero. I'm truly living the American dream. If I can change my life, so can you. Subscribe to my channel and I'll show you how.
That used to be one of my biggest, pains in my life. And I don't want you to have to go through that. That's the other thing by the end of this session is I want to help you heal from some of the pain that you may be going through. And by the end of this session, I'm hoping that I bring more awareness and knowledge where you can actually avoid some of the pain that I've had to go through. Okay? That's my goal today. You guys know what that is? That's how I grew up. God is great. That's how I grew up. 350 square feet, no electricity, no running water, dirt floors, dirt roads. That's how I grew up. Most of my childhood. There's a picture of us inside of a house that way. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional, but this hits. It hits home. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey. So let me gather myself here. Thank you, love you. That's my tata, my grandfather. It's my nana. They raised us. That's my brother. That's me. We're in a house just like that. And 3 of them are no longer with me, My grandma's in heaven, my grandfather, and my brother. He was murdered last year, January 9th of 2020. So they live with me now. They live through me. And I have an obligation to serve you, to serve the world, to reach lives, to make impact, to shine my light, to shine God's light, right? So I'm gonna describe to you real quick, and we're gonna get through my story because I want to leave you guys with some tools this weekend, all right? 350 square foot home, okay? My mom at this point, she's the black sheep of the family. She's like, we can't keep living this way. She left my father in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. By the way, I came here legally, and we'll get to that. I'm legal now. I'm a citizen, by the way. All right. I am a citizen of the greatest country on earth. The greatest country on earth. And I've lived in another country. Okay? So, 350 square foot home. All right. Grandma and grandpa sleep on one side. Me and my brother sleep on the other side. My mom already migrated to the States to try to make a better life. She told her whole family. She has like 11 brothers and sisters. She says, hey, I don't want my kids to grow up like this. I want to give them an opportunity. I want them to have more of an opportunity than I had. And it's not going to be here. And they're like, what are you talking about? You're a woman. You're illegal. Are you crazy? You're the youngest. You're going to go to America illegally? And you're going to try to bring your sons at some point? Not going to happen. Well, my mom's a little stubborn. A lot of Mexican women are real stubborn, by the way. Any Mexican women in here, by the way? Whew. Whoever's married to you. That's tough. So my mom makes her way here. And, she makes her way here. She leaves us for 2 years. And, at 5 years old, man, my first job was going door to door, selling bread. I kept 50% of the profit. This lady in the neighborhood made bread. I sold it door to door, kept 50% of the profit. And I would bring money, to my grandpa and my grandma because they were retired. They didn't really make a lot of money. So I had to be the man of the house at 5 years old, And, my brother got, rest in peace. He was my companion. I couldn't do it, man. All the things that I've been through in my life. If he wasn't right there next to me, I wouldn't have been able to survive the things that I've been through. Anyway, she brings us to California through San Ysidro, California. It's a border town, okay? The first time my mother gets us in, she's carrying my brother on her left hand. She's literally holding my hand, and we're going through a sewer canal in San Ysidro, right next to Tijuana. All right? We get through the sewer canal. We get to Escondido, California, and we literally last a year and a half there. All that sacrifice, 2 years of waiting for my mom to make this happen, right? a year and a half. We didn't make it economically. We were living under a tree by the time that we were about to head back to Mexico. And I remember that ride back home, one of her friends gave us a ride back to the border. And I remember my mother looking at me because I'm crying my eyes out, right? Because I know, like I feel all the sacrifice and we failed. And she turns around and she says, "Mijito, don't worry about it. We'll be back. We'll be back." I said, okay. So we come up with the plan. She says, "Carlos, well, son, you're gonna go back groceries." That's me, look at voluntary grocery bagger. "You're gonna go back groceries and work on tips." At this point, I know a little English, I know enough. "And I'm gonna go clean hotel rooms. And we're gonna save money, and we're gonna send me back to Phoenix, her back to Phoenix, and we're gonna do it right this time." So we save up some money. I'm making, by the way, she was making $30 a week. Because I knew English and I worked off tips, I was making about $10 a day. I was literally like the man of the house, you know? I was the man of the house. I would make, what she would make in 7 days, I made that in 3 days, just because I spoke a little English. I bagged the groceries, took it out to the car. It was like a little bit of a resort town, San Carlos Bay, right next to Guaymas, where I was living. And then, you know, boom, I would put it in the trunk, ask for a tip. I get a couple dollars. I was a very happy young boy, right? So anyway, this time around, she says, "I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna come get you first. You're the oldest." She pays this dude $25 in Nogales, Sonora, $25. And she says, "Hey son, whatever he tells you to do it. Because he's gonna take you to me on the other side of the fence. I'm gonna be waiting for you at the McDonald's." Imagine being like in the 7th grade, I'm around 10, 11 years old. I'm with some random dude, right? I'm with some random dude, and he's like, hey, duck, right? Duck. Right, run, right? All right, let's go. Jump through this hole, boom. I'm this little kid just with this random dude. But you know what? The $25 is the best investment my mother ever made. I'm here now. $25, that's the reason I'm here now.